Hello everyone, and today I have with me Michael Kedman, whose journey is short of inspiring. Growing up, being the part of elite youth system, Chelsea, West Ham, and Sheffield United, and then playing across Europe. So, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I'm just chilling here with my puppy.
Cute. Okay, so
How are you?
I'm good
You
too.
good? Good.
Okay, so Michael, just want to start this interview with the very important and the very kind of question that I want to ask you. So you grew up being a part of elite youth systems, Chelsea, West Ham, Sheffield United. So looking back, what was the biggest lesson from those days? And you that still shapes you today.
I think I picked up different lessons at different times. When you say the best lesson or lesson that stuck out to me was it was actually never try not to make the same mistakes twice. And I think that's something that stuck with me because you can always be good at something, but when you look at the things that you're not good at and you try to correct them, it's good to not revert back to old habits or bad habits of things that you weren't good at. You want to stay consistent at the things that you've improved, and then you've constantly got an upward spiral. So I think that was something that stuck out to me. But yeah, you learn so much at these environments because they're elite. Like, you have coaches that have played at the highest level and very intelligent people giving you advice constantly. So, and then like your peers as well. They say iron sharpens iron. So if your peers are really elite and professional and they're good at what they do, it will make you better. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely I agree. So okay, so you have played in many countries like Belgium, Spain, Iceland, Denmark, and then Philippines. So how has moving around shaped you both as a player and as a person?
I think as a person, it's given me real insight on how important adaptation is and patience. I think if you're capable of adapting, you can do really well. I think that was something that was really, really difficult for me. It's still not easy because different countries, they have different philosophies and different ways of doing things. So it's so important to adapt. But the more countries, the more you learn to adapt and kind of face challenges easier because you know that, okay, and this is something that I've not experienced before. Let me see if I can challenge myself to adapt and use it to the best of, use it to benefit me in some way. So I think the adaptation part is big. And then also there's different cultures. So you go into an environment like, I don't know, Iceland, where they're extremely intelligent people. They're very detailed. Not to say that any other country isn't. Same with Denmark, and they are very understanding in a way. Whereas other countries, it was more fixed. Like, we do things this way. If you don't do it this way, then you won't play. But yeah, okay. So that's in a nutshell how my experience has kind of developed.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. That must have helped you a lot. So, okay, so you have written a book, Failure is Success. The word itself is really kind of inspiring. So, you talk about setbacks in it. And could you share one such setback in your career that almost made you quit and how you overcome it?
I don't think I ever was actually going to quit at any stage because I have a in-depth love for football. Football gives me peace, I feel like it's the one true love I'll always have. But one moment that was a major setback was I broke my ankle in two places when I was really young at Chelsea, and it was difficult because when you're a young kid, you don't necessarily know the future, but you hope for the best things to happen to you, and you're very optimistic. And that was the first time my optimism was tested, and that period was rough for me. But yeah, to be honest, when it comes to setbacks in general, I think sometimes I deal with it good, sometimes I deal with it bad, but you learn that life will always go on and there will be a next opportunity. And if there isn't, then you just need to look for one, and if you work hard enough, maybe there's one out there. I was so fixated on age recently. I was like, I'm getting older, right? And then I came to Asia and they were like, you're young, you're only 28, Michael, you can play till you're 36. So that's a nice feeling when you felt like a major setback was time is killing you from doing like carry out your dream and further in your career. And then for me to come to Asia and just feel like, oh, there is an opportunity for me to play for longer and I can enjoy my football. So it is nice how those setbacks have turned into, I don't know, it's kind of, the optimism's back, of what could happen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, so switching national teams, and it's a big decision. Okay, so what inspired you to represent Trinidad and Tobago, and how did you feel when you finally made your debut?
Oh, I wish I switched national. I'm British. I was born in England. I spent a long period of time growing up as a kid in the States, and my dad's Jamaican, my mum, she's from a few countries, also Barbados, and stuff like so. I could have played for a few countries, but ultimately, I spent a lot of periods with my mum as a kid, of course, and she, being a Trinidadian, it was amazing I could have the opportunity to play for Trinidad because she was born in Trinidad, so like that was an easy decision for me. And like when I had the opportunity to get my passport and actually represent Trinidad, like it was like probably the best moment in my career, like playing on an international level. Like I was just happy to be there. But now, obviously, now that I've experienced it, I think I understand that you have a love for every country that you're from, but because I experienced it with Trinidad, I have an in-depth love more for Trinidad. Like I feel more Trinidadian than anything now because of that moment, or those moments in camp and in my career. So yeah, but I love all the countries that I'm from and other countries, but yeah.
Okay, so as a defender, what part of the game do you take the most pride in, and what would you still like to improve?
It's funny, I started off as a defender. I play like as an attacker now. I would say I'm more of a wide player, but I'd say it has me listed on Google as a defender, right? I started off as a left back, like an attacking full back, and now I play as an attacking winger. And I'd say, my most pride in, I'd say, all right, I think going into a game, the thing that I'd want to improve the most in any position is more not thinking too much about the execution of what I'm going to do and what the outcome's going to be, and more just being fixated on my intention and how like what I intend to do, because sometimes it will come off, sometimes it won't. The more I'm consistent in training, I think the more showing a game the qualities that I do have, and just to silence the negativity in my mind and any external factors, whether it be someone else or of what I'm incapable of, because I think that's ultimately what will impact your game, because this game is very mental. I want to win. I don't really care what position I play, if I'm honest. But like, if you go in thinking about things in any negative way, then you're setting yourself. Yeah, it's a setback. You're setting yourself back from performing at your best. If I was to take more pride in the thing that I would most improve on is the mental side of it, especially as I get older. But I think I'm there. I think I'm very close to being elite-minded.
But do you have any favorite position out there? You want to play like a specific position?
Now that I'm playing a stallion on the left wing, I love playing left wing. I love feeding the striker. I love getting opportunities to beat defenders 1v1, getting behind the defense and scoring goals if I get the opportunity. I like playing as an attacker. It's just fun. Like, things are environmental. I think you go to a club and if the opportunities to play a certain position, the manager puts you there, but that's not always the case of where you should play. Like, I think I grew up playing five-a-side. You play you play five-a-side, you roam, you play in every position, like as a kid. So positions to me, they're important, but you want to play. You want to enjoy football and play and be a part of the team winning.
Sure. Okay, so with so many club changes, how do you handle maintaining the consistency, adapting to different coaching styles and team tactics, different cultures, and expectations that every culture, every team has from you?
Yeah, I'm opinionated, so I'm not likable. I know I've learned that a long time ago. I'm stubborn like my mum. If I see something or hear something I don't like, I'll point it out. And what I've learned is that you're not staying at a club for long. You have to be a bit of a yes man if you want to stay at a club for long, because you have to follow the boss. And obviously, there's, to an extent, I will always follow the boss now, in a way. But I'm glad that I'm at a point in my career where I can at least have that conversation. I feel like early on in my career, I didn't, because I was young, I was seen as, why are you talking? You're young, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I never understood it. I'm like, I know football too. Back in my head. But now I look back, I realize I didn't know much. I knew a little bit.
Okay.
So maybe I should have just been the yes man, but it's not in my personality. But thankfully, I found an environment that is conducive for me to share my opinion and it not be ridiculed completely for it. But yeah, that's the thing about football. It's like almost like being in the army. If in some clubs you don't do what's said, and you're out. You know, no matter how good you are or what you've done previously, you better do what's said and do what you're told. And that's the opposite of the football that I enjoyed as a kid. I enjoyed watching Ronaldinho, who looked as if he had so much freedom on the field, and to be restricted wasn't easy. But yeah, now we're here.
This is literally something I'm hearing for the first time, and it's literally so shocking that that's how it works. Because because I didn't know that too. Exactly like you.
It's about balance though. Like I'm not sure. Like your field as a journalist or as an interviewer in any sort of way, I'm sure that you would have had moments where you had to adapt, right? But then moments where you can have that freedom. There's a balance there. But in football, some managers, they are not hearing that balance. You do what I say, you don't play. And I think I've run into every coach that has done that. But it is what it is, man.
A roller coaster ride.
Say again?
I said a roller coaster ride of the journey, like, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Sometimes it clicks for others. Like, you run into a coach who just loves you. Anything you do is good. And then you run into a coach where he will find that one weakness you have and he'll focus and fixate on it. So it's so interesting. Like, for me, now I'm at a period where I know what I'm good at. So, like, I would check that the manager is looking for what I am good at. Because if he's trying to, if they want something that is a weakness of mine and it's going to be the main thing, their focal point, then I know that it won't work. So I think that's so important. Like when you're joining the club now, I really want to speak to the manager and the staff and see what their plans are for me and what role I'd have to play in that team, because agents, they'll send you into clubs just because you fit a profile, and then they'll forget about the rest of it. They won't do the research. So now I'll do the research myself, and I'll check. Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, so you know, fitness, psychology, and tactics are evolving rapidly in football. So how do you keep yourself updated and competitive? And also, are these routines or habits? Are there any habits or routines you swear by?
I pray 5 times a day. I'm Muslim, so that's the main habit for me. I think that's given me a bit more structure and consistency. It's weird because football has a set schedule. Like, you play every week, and then you might play midweek or whatever. And sometimes you might be able to do gym. Sometimes you have to manage your body, so you have to be very mindful of that. I have the habit of, when I do something, I try to do 100%. I try my best not to do things like half-hearted or 80%. So anything that I do or anything that I do plan, I give everything. And then if it's training, I can't do light training. I don't like light training. And that's worked for me because I treat everything like it's a game, or I treat everything like it's very severe or conducive to my career moving forward. So I think that's my main habit that I've stuck to. Psychologically, I think Islam's helped me the most because it's put me in a space where ultimately, as much as I care about football, I understand that it's not everything in life. So I'm grateful that I can run around and kick a ball, because we all know how your health can go in any situation. You might not be able to walk again, you might not be able to play again. So that has kept me more grounded, and I'm just soaking in every moment because of it, you know. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
This is literally so beautiful, like, hearing from you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, this is.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay, so just the last question, like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, and something you want to tell to the Pakistani football people who will be watching you, and they wanna be like, maybe take you as an inspiration, because playing in Europe is not easy.
Yeah. I have a friend that plays for Pakistan. He was at Sheffield United with me. His name's Otis Khan.
Oh,
right?
Otis, I know him. I've interviewed him like 2 times.
Otis is he's the pinnacle of like how professional players should be. Like at Sheffield United, the guy just got his head down. He played. He was the most focused player I've ever seen. Him, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. There's a lot of players that were just locked in and focused. Me and my friend Fahad Ismail, who played there with me too, we always talk about how Otis is like. He's just, nothing phases Otis. He's so locked in. And in 5 years, I want to look back and just be like, I want to look back to now, for example, and just be 100% sure that I was myself in every situation. I was genuine. My intentions were pure. I didn't try to like put on a facade. I didn't try to be someone else. I didn't deter from who I was. And then I'll be completely happy. My goals and ambitions are in God's hands. I don't really care, if I'm honest. As I know, hopefully this one's still alive, and my mom's good and my family's safe. That's all I'm worried about. But I'm motivated when I play to do well, and if that comes with good things, then it comes with good things. If it doesn't, I finish. I'll find something else to do. I'll write more books.
At least you'll be doing something. At least you'll be doing something.
Yeah, definitely. Like if I can breathe, I'll definitely be doing something. That's how I am. Like I can't stop doing something. Yeah, I never stop.